because
Yeah, because I think we really, I think I enjoyed commentary that day, but listening to it, play back, it was
but I think all I have to do is just I see the audio coming out like clear
yeah.
here. I'm just gonna hear. Okay, I'm gonna look for Dega streaming live
Okay.
here. Just give me a second. You can talk so I can hear if it's stopped.
Okay, sure, sure.
Let's talk.
Yep. So,
So what we are talking. Um, yeah, I was putting out some inputs on GPT about I think like I'm gonna stand out from the demand generation perspective of the industry. Like I came pretty much from there, from the marketing and sales side. So I put some inputs on GPT, and it says basically like five, no, six. Oh, there's 10 bullet points. So first of all, we got education and awareness. Second is use cases. Third will be partnerships and alliances. Four, community building. Five, marketing and PR. Six, it's regulation. Seven, scalability. Eight, security. Nine, interoperability. And 10, user experience. So these all 10 demand gen bullet points has like critical aspects on driving adoption and growth on blockchain communities and projects. So maybe I could work on like one of these topics um, per Degas Coffee in the morning. Maybe we could invite some expert on, I don't know, partnerships and alliances, or some expert on regulation, because I honestly
okay.
don't know shit about that, and that's like uh, you cannot bullshit about
Yeah.
regulations, right? So maybe we could like hook up with someone like from the law. Like Alejo, do you know some like Dan? What was the name
I
of?
would Daniel Kung,
Yeah.
lawyer.
Well,
Yeah,
sounds like a businessman.
yeah. But I would bring like daily topics, but I will also talk about what's going on, like what went on the day before in like
Okay.
in
Cool.
crypto and Twitter and everything. Like yesterday, we had that Ethereum new yeah,
Update.
yeah,
Update.
the new update from Ethereum. So that is something we can talk, and also like what's going on in the community and stuff like that. And I also
Okay.
wanted to bring to the table mindset, bro, mental
Okay.
health,
Yeah. Yeah,
because
for sure.
it's a
I'm on that.
thing. And before this time, it was like 1 month, 2 months, I don't know, like 2 ages, 20 years ago. I don't remember when was that. We used to do like morning mindset.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it used to be pretty, should I say, interesting. It was very, very interesting because there's this thing about Mind Valley that touches you on another side. It just has to connect with that part of your brain that you really never really wanted to connect to. And we were always streaming. Okay, Freak was always bringing up these videos. He always has the best videos to just show us at the right time. Talking about taking some things and some decisions. Sometimes we watch videos that really talk about maybe you're having a bad day and this is probably why you're overthinking things. And you just come out of these mindset sessions and you feel really, really enthusiastic about everything again. So it's something I really, and I can't take it out of the newsletter because I really want us to keep doing it every time because it was so, so, so interesting. It's something I still want to do. I still do it in my private time whenever I just want to watch something. I could just go there, motivate myself, and yeah, we're good. But it's real good. It's fun.
Yeah, we used to
Yeah.
share like do this Mind Valley sessions and do different courses in Mind Valley, and they take like 10 minutes. It's a 10-minute video. Of course, we cannot share it or stream it by copyright law and everything.
Sure.
But that is something we should rescue. At least talk about it because crypto and Web3 are it's kind of like a place where a lot of stress, a lot of, how do you say, pain is caused, and you need to keep sanity. And people get into this discourse telegram, and they don't sleep, and they're the fear of losing money or the losing something, an opportunity, and ended up with a lot of people breaking down, in the crisis when the bear market started. A lot of people quit completely on Discord, for example. I have some
Yeah,
friends
and
that
we have
don't
like
go.
the collateral damage also uh from COVID, right? So people
Yeah.
Yeah.
also by the time we're already like in a vulnerable place, uh like vulnerable mindset, right? So yeah, for me, I s- if I stick to my routine, like I know that's my safe place. So if I stick to my training, meditation, I practice martial arts, and I tend to
Well,
go to some yoga classes. I started swimming, um, and yeah, like I think that one of the subjects we could approach is nutrition, because nutrition is like the fuel, man. So if you know how to eat, you're already on the right path. And I know that most of people do not know, right,
they're
what
all
to
about
eat.
junk.
Dude,
Yeah,
my wife is all about biohacking and
that's
health
sick, bro.
and balance,
Yeah.
and she runs a VC fund
Yeah,
for mental, like for changing mentality, and
Yeah.
includes all the health part. It's about nutrition. I think it's the core for that. She's
yes,
always talking about el bioma. How do you say that? The bio.
bias. I think it's, yeah.
Yeah, it's about your composition is different. Like race composition is different than mine,
Yeah.
and we all have different bodies. So they're all testing their biome, and
Biome, yeah.
yeah, the biome. So you should be
Yeah.
eating this according to your biome and your
Good points.
whatever. It's like specifically designed, and I think that AI will play a big part on health
Yeah,
on that end, because with AI data, biome studies, you having all those things, you can actually micro design your what you eat, and actually extend your life and your health, and
yeah, for sure.
do a bunch of things.
Yeah, but
That's a
also
topic we could talk about.
I think that speaking of that, like I eat I consider myself like I eat a broad like broad elements. Like I don't eat just one thing. And when
Mm.
I'm speaking about like nutrition, I'm not like very strict with my diet. Like I eat whatever I want, but often I want some healthy stuff for my body, you know? So
Yeah.
every now and then I might eat some junk food. Like I'm with hanging out with my friends. Maybe we go eat a burger. Maybe we eat a pizza or whatever. Um, Thing is, when you're training on daily basis, your body asks for it. So if you're training, you know that you want this and that, because otherwise it's like you're going like backwards with your work. So it's
Mhm.
not that I'm like religious with nutrition, because that's one thing that people get like, oh, I don't want to get like a strict diet and change like from the day to the night all my life, and start eating like just vegetables and not sugar and not like, nah, man, that's not sustainable. So one thing about diet is you gotta adapt to your tendencies, right? So I don't know, I looked at what I like, and I searched some point in between of healthy and like rewards. Like sometimes you want to eat some chocolate bar. Like
Yeah.
I eat chocolate every day, but I eat chocolate like with less sugar, and that stuff. So one thing about nutrition is you gotta adapt to your way of living. You cannot put
Yeah.
yourself on a like strict framework that
Mm.
will change everything, because that's not sustainable, and diet is got to be sustainable. So and you want to like what you're eating, right? Nobody wants to like suffer like, oh, I'm so starving and I'm just eating this
Yeah.
piece of I don't know, lettuce, and yeah,
Yeah.
whatever. Nah, man. I mean,
I, I
you
think we're I think we're like our own masters at the end of the day. So
yeah.
you a lot of people go into, like you said, well, I need to eat this because some dietitian told me that if I eat this, I'm gonna act smarter, I'm gonna be like this, I'm gonna, lose weight and all of that. But the truth is, how you feel really, has an effect on how much work ethic you have in your daily, whatever you're putting into your day. So if you're gonna be hungry the whole day, believe me, we're all human. If you ever feel hungry, you're not gonna be able to work very well because you're gonna be thinking of food all the time. So
uh,
you need to maybe not eat too much, maybe not eat too little. You just have that balance and you know what works for you. For me, I eat twice a day. Honestly, I take breakfast and I take dinner. I don't do lunch. I could have a snack or so, but I don't do, taking all those. I just make sure I eat well in the morning. I take a coffee, take tea, do anything I want to do, breakfast kind of a meal, and then I take dinner. I eat some real heavy stuff, maybe pasta or some other stuff, and so. But I just make sure that I am never hungry, okay? I should just make sure that whenever I'm eating, I eat to my satisfaction. There is no limit to how much I can eat. But that helps me because whenever I want to work, I'm focused on work and I don't think of any other thing. I'm done, I'm satisfied, and then my mind goes into, okay, now that you're done satisfying your body, what next do you have to do? How do you satisfy your mind? How do you satisfy your work? Every other thing you have to do. So eating is really important, and I really don't think a lot of people should eat based on what someone tells them to eat, because it really affects how you go into the rest of your day. But that's just my 2 cents on that. That's just 2 cents.
this
Yeah.
this is an ongoing conversation in my family because my mom and my aunt are obsessed with nutrition,
Okay.
and
Yeah,
my dad instead is being kind of relaxed. My dad weighs like 120. He's big, and he's always said like, I eat what I want. It's my pleasure, and whatever. He doesn't suffer about it, and he started having health problems, you
Oh
know.
yeah.
And so he had cancer, then he had a brain stroke,
Oh.
then he had a heart stroke. So
Okay.
he's been in the hospital in and out. The brain stroke left him blind and without being able to see, move, calculate, like a lot of things. Now he's recuperating. But all the things that happened to him killed a lot of his friends. It didn't kill him. But because where I'm going is with this. Then my mom and one of my aunts also started having trouble. Like fat liver, heart disease. My mom needs a valve transplant. And the conversation this week was like, oh my God, we never ate fat, we never ate sugar, and we're having the same problem as him that always ate like
Yeah.
he ate. So they
yeah,
were frustrated, and my mom started like, I'm gonna just start eating everything. I hate it because it was something in her life that, it was kind of like, I cannot eat fat, I cannot eat sugar. It's not that I don't like it, it's that I cannot. So when this happened, my mom was reflecting on that, and then so my cousin is a heart surgeon, and he was explaining, is like, no, 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 no. That's not how it works. Is with age, you start getting these things. If you hadn't take care of yourself, this would have happened 20 years ago instead of today. This would
Okay.
have killed you instead of warning you.
Okay.
So it's not like you didn't waste
Inevitable.
your life not
Yeah.
eating healthy. You extended your life but by eating healthy. But then the conversation goes, now we're at a point where with nutrition we can avoid it. We can avoid a lot of these things with the biome and with bio precision in consuming what you eat. But we were taught culturally, I don't know how it is. I don't know how it is in Brazil. I don't know how it is in Nigeria. But in Colombia, eating is a pleasure. You don't eat to fuel your brain and your body. You
Okay.
eat because it's a pleasure.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
dopamine. And that's how we were brought up.
Yeah. In my
Is
family, it was like eating. It was a must. Like you got to eat. I mean,
You
that's
have to.
that's your task. Yeah, you don't get off the table before you finish your plate. And
oh
since I
yeah,
was a kid, I always ate like a lot. Like I was the last person to stop eating. Like eating all the all of this like all the thing that. And yeah, I don't know. I just always find pleasure in eating. That's why I became a chef. Like they years
Oh,
after. So yeah, and that was for my grandmother's side, Italian. So I learned a lot about. But what I learned also was that, and mostly Italians, they don't know shit about nutrition, man. They're like on the pasta and pizza, and that's it. And that results
carbs.
on cancer. Like flour is pure cancer, man. So because it's I don't know the terms in English, but uh fuck, I got
Processed or
no, it's like inflammation. It causes inflammation.
in
All
the
of
okay.
the
colon, in the colon,
yeah,
in the
everywhere. Like that's the main part.
yeah.
So Italy nowadays has the more rate of cancer in the whole world, and that's facts. And yeah, I love eating. I love my grandmother's dinner and cooking. But when I got into like sports and that drive me into nutrition, I started noticing that my early like they didn't know shit about nutrition. Yeah, so eating was a must. You got to eat, but they didn't know what was healthy by the
Yeah.
time. So culturally, nutrition is big, and I like from what Alejo was saying. Uh, it was not like culturally known. Uh, like nowadays, most people take care of their nutrition or pay attention or just know about macro nutrients and knows the basics and has the knowledge or the minimum like okay, I can't keep eating this all my life or I gotta make like a balance. And that wasn't the case before. Like, I don't know, 10, 15, 20, 30 years from now, I think that it will be even more improved. And yeah, I think that the human path is to extend uh, life, right? So, uh,
With quality, not just
with quality,
age,
yeah,
with
yeah,
quality.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
How is it in
So
Nigeria, bro?
I think that
You
in
said?
Nigeria they eat pretty well in compared
Oh,
to
no, no.
us.
It really okay. What we eat in Nigeria for real, I could say we eat a lot of solid food. Okay. I don't think any Nigerian has gone out of Nigeria and seen food outside Nigeria and ever been satisfied. Okay. We eat in quantity. We eat a lot of food. So nutrition here is how am I gonna put this? We kind of have this would I say soups? We eat a lot of soups and with carbohydrates. Fufu, we call it fufu. It's our language. I don't think you're gonna get gari and fufu, but it's
It's
more,
almost common.
putting it, wrapping it with your hand, yeah, and then you dip it into the soup and then you eat with your hands. But you could. But what I'm just trying to say is we eat a lot of, most of our meals are really balanced for real. Like they're a complete dish. They don't lack those nutrients. So most of the times Nigerians could just eat, like I said, twice. You could eat three times. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to eat you three times. But you could eat just, twice and you're still really good. You're still good for the day. You can still focus. I have a friend that is into the space. He has a very different schedule from everyone. His days are very different because he sleeps about your time. When you're asleep is when he's asleep, because most of the people he works with in the space are, Colombian or Asian. So most of the time he's sleeping, you're also sleeping. And when he's awake, when you're having a breakfast, like now he could be having his breakfast because he's kind of living on your timeline. So, but the thing is, since our diet is kind of, really all sufficient. I wouldn't say it's all sufficient, okay, but I know it's really balanced. He gets to eat maybe just like if he's awake now, he could eat now, and then that's it. The next time he's gonna eat is gonna be later in the night. Horrible habits, okay, but he's gonna be awake almost all night. So basically, not really bad since he's gonna be sleeping later. So in Nigeria, we eat real good. We eat real good, really good.
Have you ever done like
So
fasting or something? One of
I've done it.
yeah.
okay, I have
And
my
what was
personal.
the results?
I know fasting is really good. Um, First of all, I was able to take out some. I know I did sweat a lot that period. Taking out some real bad. How they explain it, I really don't have the best words for it, but there's this refreshing feeling I got after it. It's like my body was just shedding out the bad oxides or whatever I had stored up in there, and everything just kept going. And after the fast, of course, there was that weakness, but I mean, when I came out, I felt refreshed, started eating again, real good, but I felt real good after everything. I know fasting is actually a very good, should I say, process for everyone. Everyone needs to actually
Yeah,
fast
just
once
like
in a while
Yeah.
just to make sure you're
reset
able to
your
regulate.
your sales, right? Um, yeah, I got a feeling when I did some fasting, like intermittent. I got that. I felt like I was like if I've drunk like I don't know 10 cups of coffee, man. Like I felt that kind of energy of being so extremely focused up to the point that I was like, okay, I gotta chill. I was like kind of
How do you say
achieve.
hyper? Nah, Ray was down, but
Okay,
still you and me. And but yeah, I did. How do you say intermittent fasting?
yeah, intermittent fasting.
But I was so busy that I couldn't. Like I'm
You didn't,
fasting right now. My last
yeah.
meal was at 7 a.m. and now I've been fasting for 14 hours. And I guess I'm gonna do a 15-hour fasting today.
Okay,
So there's one special thing with Colombian food because it has even been impacted by narco culture. So
wow,
what yeah, so my for example, I come from
this is
this
getting
region.
interesting.
Dude,
Okay,
I come from this
finally,
region that
yeah,
the main plate is based on beans, you
yeah,
know? So
Beans.
it was made by the arrieros. The arrieros is my in my region we're all kind of like Jewish descendants. So
okay,
Okay.
everyone, commerce, gold, finance, it was a big thing. But we live in between the mountains, in
yeah.
between a cordillera. So
About,
we we have the cordilleras, and my city is in the middle. So
yeah,
everything happens are in the mountains. So they have to cross with mules all these mountains to get to the ocean to get the merchandise and then come back for weeks and start selling it down the country. But that's how business started in my region. So display was beans, it had rice, it had big meat, and it had a lot of salad and an egg. That's what it was, but it's because you need to cross the mountains, need a lot of energy, needed that. But then the narco culture came, and they one of the things about the narcos back then in the 80s and early 90s, it was showing money and showing the power and showing the money you have. So they started adding proteins because it was the most expensive thing to buy to the dish. So now the dish has chorizo, it has morcilla, which is like blood sausage, it
Yeah.
has grinded meat, it has egg, and some people add like other proteins. So it's kind of like five proteins in that dish, and it's the
Wow.
chicharron, which is fried pork. So the bigger the fried pork, it was the better. So you have like a 1 pound chicharron fried like on
I
top
wonder
of
how you're
everything.
still this size right now.
It's the most delicious fucking dish in on
No, I know. I
earth.
can imagine
Of
it's
but
course.
delicious, but
but
don't know how
I
you're
call
still
it
this
like an
fit.
artery attack. It's like, okay, Saturday's artery attack. Like, because dude, it's insane, but it is delicious. You can eat it in a healthy way. You know, you
Sure.
can just eat one meat, a lot of salad. The salad, it is based on cabbage, tomato, carrot, and some lemon. And then it's
Yeah.
pretty simple. And it's
Yo,
all
that
like,
reminisce of. Have you ever heard of feijoada?
yeah, it's a
It's
frijolada. Yeah, it's a frijolada. It's a
exactly the
frijolada,
same.
and it has fried plantain, by the way,
Yeah,
also.
Oh,
so in Brazil, the story goes that like the leftovers for from the high hierarchy, like they give the leftovers to the slaves, and with the leftovers of meat mixed in with beans like black beans and white
okay.
rice, they made the feijoada, and it's exactly the same as you described. It they also adding some like fried bananas, which I love very much.
Yeah, ours
And
has fried bananas, the fried
well, man,
plantains.
it's exactly the same, and I believe that all like tropical countries have like the same um structure of basics food, and from a nutrition point of view is very complete, like till this
Yeah,
day is like the best thing you can eat if you're like on high uh, uh, like training a lot,
physical.
or you need,
Yeah,
yeah, for sure. So if because these people were slaves, they were like crossing mountains. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, like
it was,
ours.
they need a
yeah,
lot of
it was
energy.
rough, and it was rough, like
Yeah,
fighting.
but
I don't
you don't
know.
need the five proteins then.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like you don't need that extra
Just the
thing.
carbs, you
you don't need to
Yeah,
fight a big cat on a mountain, right? So you don't need
yeah.
to escape from, yeah. Uh, but till this day, I eat that and I love it. Like
It's my
I
favorite dish.
especially,
Mhm.
yeah, I enjoy it so much, man.
You
That's
know,
why
Uh,
I call myself a beaner because of that. I'm a
beans,
frijolero. Like I could
yeah,
eat
like
beans every day of my life. My
that
grandfather
Molotov
does.
song.
I won't lie. To me, kind of some of what you just said. Some of them sound real awkward for me because we fry plantains over here, but we don't. Okay, let me not say we don't. I have never tried a fried banana, but then
Oh
there's the question of bananas and plantains. What are they? Are they not the same thing, just different
no,
sizes and all?
no.
No, I
They're
know they're
different
not the
sizes
same.
and
You know?
flavors. Like
Yeah,
bananas are smaller and sweeter,
yeah.
and yeah, plátanos are way bigger, man. They're like
Yeah,
just
but that's one thing. I think I really need to try the fried bananas because looking at them, they're basically the same thing. You could see a very big banana and a very small plantain sometimes. So,
yeah, that's for sure.
so maybe I'm gonna try that, and maybe I'm gonna give you my feedback on what it felt like
Yeah,
because it's
it's very
pretty new
simple.
for
You
me.
put you put a pan, you put some
Yeah,
butter. You want to put some butter on it. Take the banana, split it
yeah,
in half. Just put the
yeah,
banana, and you want to be adding some cinnamon if you want, and that's sick, bro. That's like more sweetened, not for joining a huge meal, but for a breakfast or a lunch. I don't know.
You're a
Uh,
real chef. You're a real
very,
chef.
yeah, it's very simple to make that. I mean, everybody.
Yeah.
No,
And yeah, yeah.
dude. And you gotta and there are ways you can do it that are not fried. You can do it in the
Yeah.
microwave. Yeah, you can do it. You can do it in an air fryer.
Uh, um, the only way I kind of eat bananas here with groundnuts. I don't know even know groundnuts. You just fry the groundnuts. So that's just
I
basically. I see bananas as fruits. Just peel them off, chop, 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 chop,
yeah,
monkey
of course,
style. We good
of
again.
course. I would
Ooh,
love someone to join us right now, just like expecting some blockchain talking and hear us talking about
Oh,
these bananas. Like, what the
I
fuck?
we got cross guild listening, and he's
yeah,
been like, what are these guys talking about?
What the
But dude, we gotta go. We got the team meeting, and
Yeah.
so we gotta
yeah.
say
Okay.
bye to
Okay.
everyone. We gotta jump
No, but
into
this is
the
fun. I really can't wait for the next one, honestly, because
yes.
there are so many things I'm sure we have to discuss because it's always fun having two of you around talking about some stuff. I mean, I never would have been if someone told me I would spend the last 20-30 minutes just talking about food, I would have been like, nah, I'm not sure that's what we'll do today, but
Yeah, for sure.
sure. But I can't wait for the next one, and this was really, really, really fun.
Yeah, this is the
Yeah.
first one of many. We're gonna do this daily, and
Yeah,
on Mondays we probably will have more people, and it's a free space to talk. So whenever
yeah.
anyone, the only condition is turn on your camera because this is a
Yeah.
different kind of stream. So
Jocks and
yeah,
Stack.
yeah. So I'm gonna kill